What is integrity? It's a quality of being without deception, being genuine and true. I'm going to ask to add the word being in front of genuine for me. So it's the quality of being without deception, genuine and true. So if I pick up a pair of shoes and I see Clark's written on it, it's supposed to really be genuine Clark's, I shouldn't be wondering if this is a deception. I should be wondering if it's genuine and if it's true. Right? And so let's look at this, go back up to the scriptures now, have a look at them. Is anybody who wants to comment on the definition I've given? You want to probably add something to the definition or take away something? The quality of being without deception, being genuine and true. That's my definition. Let's have a look at the dictionary definition.
The dictionary says it's a quality of being honest and having strong moral principles.
Let's add that to it because it adds a kind of quality as well. So we can add what the dictionary says to my definition.
Okay.
Right.
Some people play on the definition a bit, and I've seen it where you have persons say that integrity is what you do when no one is looking.
It is what? Repeat?
Integrity is what you do when no one is looking.
Okay. Yeah, but I would. Some people have no integrity when nobody's looking.
Yeah, it's not a definition. It's just a play on the morality aspect.
Yeah, I was saying a lot of people do things in secret, which are actually very dishonest. So let's put that definition from the dictionary down there.
Pastor, I think the misunderstanding is that what people are saying, how you know when you have integrity is that you look at what you do when nobody's looking. If you do the right thing, then you have integrity.
I understand, I understand what I mean, but I'm saying just as it is put there, it's not true. Because there are people so fraught with deception that even when nobody's around, they're going to practice it. Right? But anyway, put the dictionary definition there for me and just put the reference, please. So let's look at the scriptures though that we have selected to take a look at integrity. All right, so here are the scriptures. Proverbs 10:9. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. So the person of integrity, they walk straight. They're straight walkers and straight talkers, right? They're not going to take crooked pathways. Proverbs 11:3. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. That means they're double selves. They're not singular in how they do and say things. They speak from the two sides of their mouths. That's what you want to say, right? That's duplicity. This one, now, Proverbs 13:6. Righteousness guards the purse of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Right? So, there are promises to people walking in integrity. God watches over you. God protects you because he sees that you're walking in integrity. And then Proverbs 29:10. The bloodthirsty hate a purse of integrity and seek to kill the upright. Right? So people who are wicked, they're jealous when they see you walking really righteously. It's like it's an affront to them. It jumps out at them and they hate it. Let's look at some of the examples. I've selected a few examples to show common ways in which we breach integrity. And now this is just a few examples. We have numerous ways. And in fact, I'm going to ask after I read these that you give me some other things that could be added to this list to jolt people's minds to what integrity or lack of it is. Right? So let me read the ones I have here. Getting change, which is not what you should have gotten, and then leaving with it. So you get the change, you know that they gave it too much, but you're just glad and you walk out of the shop with the change, and it was not to have been so much. The right thing is to point out to the cashier or whoever, you gave me too much change. Because if she had stolen your money, you'll be done. Look here, man, I should get back more than this, right? Next one, finding something, and even though you know the owner, you don't return it. So you know that the person owns the thing, but you don't return. I remember, you know, bringing my car to wash somewhere, and I had my shoes, and you know, people travel these things in their vehicles, and shoes and a few other things in the vehicle. And I remember when I was going there, I said to somebody I know, goodness, I should have taken out these things. I know the person very well. I said, no man, these guys are honest, they won't trouble your stuff. Anyway, when I went back for the vehicle, I was rushing. Because I was going somewhere. And I when they paid them, took the vehicle, did not realize that a lot of things were taken out of the vehicle and not put back. When I realized a few days after, and I went for my shoes, I really like that pair of shoes. They refused. They told me all kind of lies. Oh, they don't know where it is. Oh, they don't know who took it. And they started telling me, oh, I think it's that Rastaman took it. I think it was so bad, you know? That is the lack of integrity. Some other persons would have called me and say, you know, you forgot some items, or we forgot to put back some items in your car. That would have been integrity. Listen to this one though. Signing in the wrong time for starting work. So your workplace requires that you sign in and you put the time you came. But you will tell a lie about the time because you know you're late. So you came at 10 past 9 and you wrote 1 minute past 9 or 9 o'clock, right? Because you know you're supposed to be there at 9. But what about photocopying unauthorized material at work? Your school book for your son, or the test papers for your daughter, or if you're studying and you decide, you know, I'm going to just photocopy my notes, but my friend's notes because I cannot go to class. That's a lack of integrity. Or stealing company paper, pencils, pens, tissue. Some people go to work, you know, and they load up. You know, I've heard of people working in areas where they might receive donations, like for children or somebody, and they load up their bags with everything. You know, some people are leaving their workplace. They don't have to buy paper. They don't have to buy gloves. They don't have to buy pencils or pens or tissue or anything they see there, they're going to put some in their bags. And they feel very justified about doing it. They might say things like, boy, I work hard for this company now. Work out my heart for that company. I say, one little pen I'm going to do. They owe me this. But that's not true. Right? Or what about cleaning the areas? Suppose you're supposed to clean a place. You clean all the areas that people can see and pretend that you cleaned everything. Or lying about your competence in past jobs. You see, my past job, my boss loved me till. My boss was there saying I'm the best worker I ever saw. When I finished with that place, and sometimes it's all a lie. Or breaching copyrights of music, pictures, books, or stealing intellectual property in general, whether copyrighted or not. Do you know you can steal intellectual property which is not copyrighted? For instance, somebody writes a poem. You love the poem, and you take away the poem and you show somebody as if you did it. There's no copyright in the poem, but you did not create that poem. It's a lie, right? So all of these, but I'm sure there are others. So who can give me some more? Somebody give me some more. Huh?
Yes, Pastor. I have a few.
See if you can get the sound just a little bit better. I have a feeling.
Okay, one of them that has been a challenge.
You know what I think?
Are you hearing me better now?
Wait. I think your media sound is turned on. Just go into setting and see if it's down and just turn it up because it's really low. While you're doing that, let somebody speak and then I'll put you back on. Anybody else? You can contribute some other examples of how people show a lack of integrity.
In the chat, Roger said, line about your address on your resume.
Line about your address on your resume. All right.
In order to get a job. Yeah.
And a lot of people do it because where they live, people don't get jobs. So there are ways you can do it without lying though. You can say, okay, like I might put Kingston 7, I might put the name of the street and Kingston 7, right? So you understand, there are ways of not in some communities, because I know it is out there. However, you're perfectly right. If you put that you live in Norbrook when you don't, that's not right. That's a lie. Right. So that's good. People do it too. Or you go on Facebook and you see people putting they went to University of the West Indies. And you know they never ever went to University of the West Indies, but it's on their Facebook profile. That's a lack of integrity. Right? Anybody has any more?
Are you able to hear me any better now, Pastor?
No better, but go ahead. Try and put as close to your mouth as you can.
Okay, so one of them is like you're working from home, but you take the time to do your own personal business or, without proper permission.
That's a big one. Big one.
That has arisen because of the COVID and the different.
Yes, that became big. Yes.
Another one, another one is, and this is something that I have struggled with and I've had to work on, is using the illegal sites to watch the movies.
Oh yes, that's the same intellectual property one. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't know how to do it. Thank God. I just decided to do it the right way. Go ahead.
If it's not on YouTube, we're not going to watch it. So
yeah, or if you pay for Netflix or HBO or something.
Yes, Netflix. So that's another one.
Go ahead. Anything else? Anybody? I just want it brought home to us. I find integrity, there's a big temptation in the matter of integrity. All of us at some point were tempted to breach integrity in some way, right? And so we have to be on our P's and Q's every day to ensure that we do not breach integrity. Anybody, any questions, suggestion, adding anything?